In a remote village, Mehraj's world was the night sky, a leaky roof his window to the cosmos. Each evening, as darkness settled over the quiet fields, the stars would peek through the gaps above his head, painting stories across the ceiling of his humble home. The universe felt close, almost within reach, and Mehraj's heart would race with wonder at the mysteries shimmering overhead.
Every night I'd lie on a thin mat, eyes hungry for more than food. The cool earth beneath me was my anchor, but my thoughts drifted far beyond. Hunger was a constant companion, but curiosity was even stronger, pulling me toward the stars. I wasn't just looking at stars. I was seeing distant suns, each a beacon from millions of years ago. Their light traveled unimaginable distances, whispering secrets of ancient worlds and cosmic wonders. I wondered what stories they carried, what truths they might reveal if only I could listen closely enough.
With a cardboard tube for a telescope, Mehraj's imagination soared beyond the moon and Andromeda, picturing worlds and civilizations unknown. He would close one eye, peer through the tube, and let his mind travel to places no one from his village had ever dreamed of. Planets with blue suns, moons with shimmering ice, and cities floating among the stars.
My dreams weren't of riches, but of understanding. I longed to know what lay beyond the horizon, to unravel the riddles of the universe. Each night I promised myself that one day I would find answers to the questions that kept me awake. I sailed on solar winds, visited Jupiter's storms, and imagined myself as a voyager, braving the unknown. In my mind I was weightless, drifting past swirling clouds and endless storms, feeling the thrill of discovery with every imagined journey, and glided through Saturn's rings, all in my mind. The rings sparkled like jewels, and I would lose myself in their beauty, dreaming of what it would be like to touch them, to see their colors up close.
Science was his ship, the universe his map. Books and stories became his guides, fueling his curiosity and giving him hope that one day he might truly explore the worlds he imagined. He traced constellations, feeling part of a lineage of stargazers stretching back to humanity's dawn. Each pattern in the sky was a thread connecting him to dreamers and explorers from every age, all united by wonder.
The universe called to me in the rustling leaves, in the gentle sway of the trees, and in the cool night breeze that carried the scent of earth and possibility, and the ancient song of crickets. Their chorus was a lullaby, reminding me that I was never truly alone under the vast sky.
Mehraj knew he was made of stardust, his very being forged from the same elements as the stars above. The universe was not just out there, it was within him, woven into his bones and dreams, connected to the cosmos in every way. He felt the pull of distant galaxies, the promise of discovery, and the hope that his questions would one day find answers among the stars. His journey, he sensed, was just beginning. The universe was waiting, and Mehraj was ready to follow wherever the stardust might lead. Mehraj's family had little money, but his parents saw the fire in his eyes.
I saved every coin for second-hand books, not comforts.
Those worn books were my treasures, portals to real worlds. I devoured diagrams and equations, copying them by candlelight when the power failed.
He learned of Newton's gravity and Einstein's space-time, moved by the poetry of the universe's laws.
My cracked walls became a sanctuary, covered in hand-drawn charts and models made from clay and string.
His mother watched with pride and worry, knowing his mind was a brilliant star.
In the flickering candlelight, I felt kinship with the scientists of old, seekers of truth, undeterred by darkness.
The struggle for knowledge was Mehraj's cosmic journey, requiring patience and resilience.
I was one of them, a seeker, undeterred by the darkness.
Even in hardship, his spirit never broke. The day the scholarship letter arrived, Mehraj's dream seemed within reach. The village celebrated. The future was bright.
I was finally going to touch the stars.
But a second letter brought crushing news. The scholarship was revoked. The dream collapsed, hope swallowed by silence.
I stopped looking at the sky. The stars felt cold, indifferent. I was lost, a speck adrift in an uncaring cosmos.
Yet the cosmos calls persistently. One sleepless night, Mehraj returned to the courtyard. The sky was unchanged. It was he who had changed.
A university is just a building, a scholarship a piece of paper. The universe is the ultimate classroom, open to everyone.
He realized his dream wasn't dead, just waiting.
I took a deep breath and smiled. My journey wasn't over.
The fire in his eyes rekindled. The stars, once distant, became his guides again. Mehraj's hope was reborn. One night, Mehraj traced a satellite across the sky when a shimmering, intelligent light appeared above him.
The light pulsed, forming geometric patterns, a silent language.
Fear turned to curiosity.
A voice entered his mind, not heard, but felt.
We have watched and listened to your questions about the cosmos. Do not be afraid.
Images flooded Mehraj's mind. Galaxies born, stars dying, Earth forming, life evolving.
What are you?
We saw a mind that not only looked but saw, a mind that asked the right questions. We are travelers, part of the cosmic consciousness.
The intelligence warned. The universe's symphony was falling out of tune, and Mehraj's world was in its path.
Your world is threatened by a cosmic dissonance.
The shimmering light waited for Mehraj to understand.
Why me?
Because you see the whole picture.
The encounter would change everything. The Signian mind began Mehraj's true education, starting with gravity.
I saw space-time as an instrument, folded to create wormholes, shortcuts through the cosmos.
They journeyed into the quantum realm, entanglement, particles linked across galaxies, a secret communication system.
The universe's constants are settings, stable but not immutable. Energy and matter can tune them.
Mehraj saw laws bent, energy coaxed into new forms, the universe as a single interconnected entity.
I flew through wormholes, shrank to a quark, saw the universe as a vast quantum computer.
It was everything he'd read, now real and tangible.
The universe wasn't just to be studied, it was alive, and I was learning its language.
The lessons were breathtaking, and Mehraj's mind expanded beyond imagination. He was ready for the truth. The Signian mind's tone shifted, its presence now heavy with a sense of ancient sorrow and urgency, as if the weight of countless civilizations pressed through the void. Mehraj saw a spreading stain, cosmic entropy, unraveling the laws of physics. The universe itself seemed to fray at the edges, stars flickering out like dying embers, galaxies dissolving into nothingness.
A cosmic event has sent a wave of entropy toward your solar system. This wave is relentless, a force that erases order and meaning, leaving only silence in its wake. In less than a year, your world will fade into cold chaos. The warmth of life will be replaced by a deep, unyielding chill, and all that you know will be lost to the void.
Mehraj saw visions of Earth dimming, life ceasing as the entropic wave hit. Cities once vibrant with light and hope now stood silent, their brilliance snuffed out in an instant.
Why me? I have no power. I'm just one person lost among billions, unable to change the fate of a world.
Because you understand. You see beyond the surface, into the heart of things, where meaning and connection reside. Others have knowledge or power, but lack perspective. They see only fragments, not the whole. You see the tapestry, the fragile threads that bind existence together. You see the connection between stardust and dying stars. You sense the echo of creation in every atom, and the sorrow of endings in every fading light.
The mission was clear. Mehraj felt the enormity of it settle within him, a purpose both terrifying and profound.
We cannot interfere directly, but we can give you knowledge. The rest is up to you and those you inspire. You must translate it into technology, a quantum engine to generate a counterwave and save your world. This is a task that will demand everything you have, and more.
Me? Teach the world to save itself? How can I convince them when hope itself is fading?
Yes, the burden is yours. Only you can carry this message and ignite the spark that may yet turn the tide.
The light shimmered, its task complete. The knowledge had been passed, the hope entrusted. Mehraj stood in the courtyard, the fate of 1 billion worlds on his shoulders. The silence around him was vast, but within, a new resolve began to grow. The cosmos had chosen its messenger. The countdown had begun, and with it, the first fragile hope for salvation. Mehraj, armed with Signian knowledge, wrote a revolutionary paper on quantum entanglement and sent it to a renowned physicist, Dr. Thorne.
Who are you? Where did you get this?
Intrigued, Dr. Thorne invited Mehraj to her institute. For the first time, he entered a cathedral of science.
Here's how to create a stable quantum state and transfer energy across space.
He faced skepticism, jealousy, and disbelief, but proved himself with results, not stories.
The prototypes worked, effects that defied classical physics.
The world, faced with mounting evidence and the approaching threat, united. Resources poured in. The quantum engine project began.
We built a loom to reweave reality itself.
Mehraj became not just a scientist, but a diplomat and advocate for unity. The fate of the world was being assembled piece by united humanity. The countdown to activation began, The world held its breath. The day of activation arrived. The entropic wave was now visible in cosmic data. Tension filled the control room.
I stood before the console, no longer a boy, but carrying that wonder within me.
Initiating quantum cascade.
Mehraj's hands moved with cosmic intuition. He wasn't flipping switches. He was composing music.
Engaging entanglement field.
The engine's resonance spread across the solar system. A blue wave met the red entropy on the main screen.
Broadcasting the chord of existence.
Light erupted everywhere. For a moment, chaos reigned. Then Mehraj tuned the frequency like a musician. Peace. The red wave flowed around Earth's bubble of stability. The symphony was restored.
We did it.
A collective sigh of relief echoed. A billion worlds saved. The universe's song played on. Mehraj was hailed as a hero, offered wealth, power, and the adoration of millions, but he declined it all. He'd seen the universe's beauty firsthand, and in its vastness he learned humility. The stars had shown him how small yet precious every life is. He realized that true greatness lies not in personal glory, but in serving something larger than oneself.
The real victory was humanity's. I wanted only to share knowledge, not claim glory. The discoveries were never mine alone. They belonged to everyone who dared to dream, to question, to reach for the unknown. My hope was to inspire others to look beyond themselves, to see the world as a shared home.
He ensured the quantum engine's secrets were shared openly, for peace and exploration, not war or conquest. Mehraj worked tirelessly to build bridges between nations so that the wonders of the cosmos could unite rather than divide. He believed that knowledge, when shared, could light the way for all.
When the world was safe, I went home. To the leaky roof, the dusty courtyard, and the quiet sky. The place where my journey began, and where my heart had always belonged. There, I found peace in the familiar, and comfort in the simple rhythms of life.
Welcome home, son.
Mehraj lay under the stars, now with understanding, not longing. The mysteries of the universe no longer felt distant or unreachable. Instead, he felt connected to every star, every atom, every story written in the night sky.
I became a teacher, not in a university, but to the children of my village, and to the world. I wanted to ignite curiosity, to show that wonder is not reserved for the privileged, but is the birthright of every child who looks up.
He shared not just science, but wonder and awe, reminding all to look up and listen. Through stories and stargazing, he taught that the universe is not just a place to study, but a source of endless inspiration and hope.
The universe is bigger than you can imagine, but you're a part of it too. Every question you ask, every dream you chase brings you closer to the stars.
Mehraj chose a life of quiet contemplation, forever the stardust dreamer. He found meaning not in accolades, but in the endless pursuit of understanding. His message: keep asking questions. The cosmos is speaking, science is the language, and it belongs to everyone. The journey never truly ends. It only grows richer with every mind that dares to wonder.